Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill, guys. This is Mikey.
What up, Mikey? How's that M3 Rock Fest going over there?
Really not bad. The seats we got are fantastic. I want to thank both you guys and Mr. Dawkins for getting us the back. When you go backstage, we got really, really good seats. Like we were basically on basically a stage. But there was two rows of standing room, and then us. We were as close as we could get without standing.
Really?
So thank you guys for doing that.
So you basically didn't get in the pit, but you were right there up by the stage.
Yes. Yes.
Well, like you said, you can thank Mr. Dawkins for hooking you up with those seats.
Mm-hmm.
Is the show over?
Yeah, actually, Twisted Sister's going on. We didn't stay for that. My parents met up with some friends I hadn't seen in a while. We just went out to dinner. After Kix went off stage, we went out and got something to eat, and then they parted ways, and we came back to my house.
You walked out on Twisted Sister?
Yeah, I mean, I came to see Dawkins. That's what I came here for. I was getting ready to do an interview, hopefully. I get backstage, but that happens. He'll come back around.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, Mikey, but they said because there were so many bands on that bill that they locked down the backstage, and they couldn't bring visitors back just because, everybody was running around back there, and they were changing sets out so quickly that, they weren't allowing people to go back.
That's cool. I mean, he'll be back, so hopefully I can meet him. Hopefully I can do an interview for you guys. That's about it.
So are you calling to give us a concert review, Mikey?
Yeah, not necessarily a concert review so much as to thank you guys and to say that it was a fantastic show.
As you should, you little shit.
Hey, that's not nice.
So,
I respect you guys.
So what did you see? Tell us, kind of give us a rundown of the day. What did you see, who did you see, and who did you like?
Well, I saw a little bit of Jani Lane. Yeah, he was all right. I mean, he was clearly drunk. You could clearly see he was smashed.
Was he really drunk?
Yeah. It was pretty much evident he was smashed.
Really? That's awful early in the day.
Yeah, I mean, evidently he's plowing something back early. I mean,
didn't he go on like at noon or 1 or somewhere around there?
He went on about, what time did Jani Lane go on to? I know.
Shit, probably like 2:30.
About 2:30 or something like that.
Wow.
And
That's plenty
he
of time
already,
to drink.
And he was already evidently tanked. He was he walked near the end of the little performance there. He walked up over to the right-hand side, went over there for a minute or two, and then walked back in the middle aisleway and stood up on the seat in front of me, pretty much.
Wow.
And when you took a deep breath in, you could clearly smell alcohol.
Oh, come on. You were we were so close to the stage you could smell the alcohol on Jani Lane.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Holy shit. So
that's going to make Blabbermouth, Mikey. That's going to be your first Blabbermouth moment, let me just tell you.
Oh.
So, all right. Now what else? What else happened? What else did you see, or who did you see?
Well, I saw Dawkins, obviously, and I saw a little bit of YNT before Jani Lane, and I saw Kix, which they were good. They were like really, really, really good. I was into them. I was up standing on my seat singing their songs and all that stuff. But I mean, some of their songs I probably haven't heard before. Probably from one of their older albums, but they were good. They were like really. They were in tune as a band. They didn't have any real lags between songs. They had to start over or anything like that.
Well, did you see LA Guns?
No, they were on the other side, and I'm on one side. There's one side and there's another. I'm sitting on the side with Dawkins, and Extreme was next, I think.
So how did that?
They were on the other side.
Well, how did that work, Mikey? They had two stages. What is what does this venue look like? How's the layout? How do they have two stages, and how do they have simultaneous performances going on?
It's set up that on one side of the, it's a whole big area. One side's a pavilion, and one side is all grass. So there's a pavilion and there's just grass. And they erected a stage right there at the end, and they had a couple bands over there playing at the same time as Doc and Extreme, Twisted Sister, everybody on the M3 festival stage would be done because they're the final act. But everybody else during the day, there were bands on the M3 stage as well as the pavilion area.
All right. So if you had good tickets, you got to see the headliner acts, and if you had the cheap seats, you could go see the B-rate acts.
Yeah, you could go see both. If you sat in the grass area, you could technically go over and see both acts pretty much at the same time.
So who did you like aside from Kix? I mean, obviously Y&T was there. You saw Dokken. You saw, who else? Jani Lane.
And that was about it. I mean, we didn't stay too long. I saw Extreme. After Kix went off stage, I saw everybody setting up for Extreme, and then my parents met up with their friends, and we went off from there. Because, I mean, Extreme really never did anything for me.
That's okay, Mikey. They never did anything for me either.
I mean, one guy, Gary Sharon, what did he do? Join Van Halen for, approximately 5 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
And then they mysteriously reunited and went back out.
Right. So how was the Dokken performance?
Oh, it was great. They did The Hunter, I think Alone Again, and It's Not Love. And Mr. Dokken must have had a bad voice or a sore throat, but he still performed that show great. I mean, it sounded like he would have never had a vocal problem at all.
Right. Well, I know that they just came in from Europe. They just flew in from Europe the other night and came in directly for the show. So,
cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Right. Well, anything. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. That's all I want to say is just thanks, guys, and a special thank you to Mr. Dokken for giving me those seats, and that was about it.
All right, excellent.
Good, now scram.
See you guys later. Hail and kill.
All right, hail and kill, Mikey. Well, he went for like 3 bands.
That stinks.
He went and saw part of Jani Lane, caught the tail. Well, he saw Jani Lane, caught the tail end of Y&T, saw Dokken, and left at Extreme.
How do you walk out on Twisted Sister knowing that they're basically over?
I don't know.
Man, you got to stay for that, and they're doing the full makeup and stuff too.
Yeah.
You got to stay for that, even if you're not a huge fan.
Yeah, I would have stayed.
I would have even stayed, and you know me, I'm known for walking out on shows.
Right.
I would have stayed for that.
Yeah. Well, they had a couple of good acts over there on the other stage too. They had LA Guns was over there, and they had Steel Panther was over there. They came in for that, and then I found out what that slam thing was.
Oh, isn't that like Carmen Appice or somebody?
Yeah, that is. That's his thing.
Yeah, when you asked me about the other day, I didn't remember. No, just now it just popped into my head.
Sure.
It's like a drum project or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd pass on that. But, dude, now you've been to a bunch of these kind of festivals. How much do you hate it when they do those where they have like 2 stages and you have to run back and forth? Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, that's why I didn't know how this thing was set up or what kind of a complex it was. I just figured that, maybe they would alternate, time slots from, one stage to the other. On this stage, this band performs. As soon as this one stops, the other one goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And give them time to set up the other stage, and they would just swap back and forth. But I guess it wasn't like that at all.
It never works like that because somebody comes on late and screws up the whole schedule.
Yeah, like a drunk Jani Lane.
Yeah, it's always wrong.
Didn't we just have him on the show like 2 weeks ago, and he was...
Yeah. No, last week.
Oh, boy.
Just like last year. We had him on, and 3 days later he was plowed. This time he made it a week, and he's plowed.
Wow.
Beautiful.
What is it with that guy? He just can't go to a show and just perform his shit.
The guy needs to start performing in churches where they don't serve alcohol.
I guess. I mean, if your life is so painful and so difficult to get through the day in order to go out there and perform, and I agree with what you said in the interview, is you just got to stop performing. Just go do your writing and, collaborating and all this. If it means you have to drink yourself into oblivion in order to get up on that stage, you might as well stop doing it.
Yeah, don't go up on stage. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah, I agree. Wow, is that nutty, huh?
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, Mikey's dad is in, he's hitting me on the Pal Talk right now telling me he performed like shit.
Thanks for checking out the Best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.